On January 17, 1999, 23-year-old Jason Scott Atkins vanished while fishing on the Ohio River near Huntington, West Virginia. Born on April 1, 1975, and known to his family and friends as Scott, he was a young man with his life ahead of him. Around his neck he wore a silver chain with a cross pendant that symbolized his faith and his youth. That Sunday began as an ordinary fishing trip. Jason and a family member set out on the river, the steady movement of barges passing by. Their boat engine failed, and as they struggled to manage the situation, the boat capsized. Jason's family member managed to escape and ran for help, but when rescuers returned, Jason was gone. Divers entered the cold water and boats scanned the river again and again. As his family stood along the banks waiting for news, volunteers joined the search. Despite the urgency and determination, no evidence was ever recovered. The river that had always been a source of livelihood and recreation became a place of sorrow. For those who knew Jason, the Ohio River was a reminder of how quickly the ordinary can turn into tragedy. If you have any information on the disappearance of Jason Scott Atkins, please contact the Huntington, West Virginia Police Department. 27-year-old Brian David Cook disappeared on July 28, 2011 in Lincoln, West Virginia. He was an ex-Marine and a certified welder who carried with him the love of a young daughter. That summer, he had received an inheritance from his father and was carrying a large sum of cash. He was last seen being dropped off at a post office in Lincoln after traveling through Boone County, West Virginia. When he failed to return home and no one had heard from him, his family quickly realized something was wrong. His disappearance was reported and investigators began searching for answers. Search efforts began, but the trail quickly grew cold. Investigators followed leads and entered his case into national databases, but no evidence was ever found. For Brian's family, the impact was devastating. His daughter grew up without her father, and his loved ones lived with the pain of not knowing whether he was taken by violence or had vanished. His absence was felt at birthdays and holidays and in everyday moments when his presence should have been there. Brian's disappearance did not happen in isolation. That summer in Wyoming County, several people vanished under troubling circumstances. Some were found murdered while others remained missing. Authorities have suggested that these cases may be connected and possibly tied to drug-related activity. Brian's story deserves to be remembered with dignity and respect. If you have any information on the disappearance of Brian David Cook, please call the Wyoming County Sheriff's Department. 15-year-old Michael Allen Dillard disappeared on January 12, 2018 from his home in Calvin, West Virginia. He lived with his adopted parents and spoke daily with his older sister who lived nearby. Michael had returned home only weeks earlier after spending nearly a year in the hospital specializing in adolescent mental health. He struggled with depression and required daily medication, but in the days before he vanished, he seemed to be doing better. On January 10th, he told his sister he was having the best day of his life. He had gone to church, spent time with friends, and was in a good mood. The following day, he went to school and everything appeared normal. On the afternoon of January 12th, Michael helped his mother carry wood pallets into the home. Then, without warning, he ran into the wooded area behind their property. He left behind his eyeglasses, which he needed to see clearly, and he never returned. His family quickly realized something was wrong. He had not taken his medication, and he had not told anyone where he was going. When he failed to come back, he was reported missing. The search for Michael was extensive, with ground crews, helicopters, and volunteers searching for him. Investigators tracked every lead and checked every possible sighting, but no trace was ever found. For his family, the silence was unbearable. His sister, who had spoken to him, was left with the memory of their last conversations and the hope that he might still be found. His parents were left with the pain of watching their son run into the trees and never returning. Michael's case remains open, and a reward was offered for information leading to his safe return, but no answers have ever come. If you have any information on the disappearance of Michael Allen Dillard, please contact the West Virginia State Police, and let's bring this child home.